To head back to the voicemail of Truth and Reason. This one about Baker Mayfield and the injury he suffered.
Hey, this is Tim D calling out from the Pacific Northwest here, Browns fan out here. And I heard Mary Kay say at the end of the January 20 video that she felt like Baker could pass a team physical and to get onto another team. That seems pretty unlikely given that he's still going to be far away from having full range of motion and so on, abilities with that left arm. Myself, having had the exact same surgery he has, I know it's a pretty long rehab period before you can really do the activities of daily living. And I appreciate if you guys could devote some follow-up to that. I think it's an important thing that has been largely overlooked so far in the sports media, the ins and outs of such a physical and whether it's really doable. Thank you so much.
All right, we appreciate the call. Let's welcome in Kevin Arnold from the Voice of the Land podcast. So, Kevin, any trade would not be done till the beginning of the league new year, which is March. So you're looking middle of March sometime. So he would need to be able to pass physical in April, May, which they do believe that he'll be able to do limited throwing and that he'll be full go by the time training camp comes around. So it's not that he would have to pass the physical within any time before the new league year starts, which is middle to end of March. April, May. He should be able to, knock on wood, pass a team physical when it is required of him. I don't think that's going to come to be because I don't think they're going to end up trading Baker Mayfield. But that's when it would be. It would be, March, end of March, April, May, something like that.
Yeah, if you're looking to use Baker Mayfield as a piece in a trade to get to improve at the position of quarterback with this team, I know a lot of people are on that bandwagon. Others are on the bandwagon of keeping Baker. So what we've seen and heard so far, we know that this is still a business at the end of the day. Professional sports is still a business. So what these guys say doesn't always come to fruition. But for right now, they've said that Baker Mayfield is their quarterback moving forward. And we know when he's going to be ready. They think he'd be ready by training camp, be able to do some light throwing like you talked about, Dave. And teams know what the situation is as well. So I don't necessarily know if certain teams have certain protocols, if they're going to trade for a guy that they expect to be able to play during the season. But when they get him at the time that they do, especially in, around that March, April time when this new league year starts, I'm not sure if certain teams have protocols in place because they know where a guy's at physically at that time versus where he should be by the time that they're trying to add him to their squad. So like you, Dave, I don't see Baker Mayfield going anywhere, but things can change on a dime, as we know in professional sports.
Yeah, and the thing is at the time he would need to pass physical, he'll be able to pass physical. They'll be able to project it out, and they know, they will take so much. They will look at everything. There are, bone density and those kind of things, and they can see how the healing's going. It is much more involved than a standard physical would be. They will poke and prod until they're happy with what they see or get the answer that they want.